Hey everyone, I was in the bookstore and visited my parents, and I found this very cool book here. It's called Country Wisdom and Know-How, and it's like 480 pages of cool stuff. Everything you need to know to live off the land. So I thought, I read a couple of the articles there, and you can make yogurt in a cardboard box. Because as you remember, we smoked salmon in a cardboard box, and it came out delicious. And I love things that are very simple. We don't have to go out and buy a special gadget. You can go out, they have these yogurt makers. I've seen them, I went to a bunch of tag sales this morning to try and find one, but they have a bunch of little cups and a little heating element. And yogurt, you let it cook, I guess it is, at about 110 degrees, 105, 110 degrees. And this little gizmo will keep the yogurt at 110 degrees. They make some bigger ones and they make some little ones, but no one had one. So there's a couple other kind of low-tech ways you can do it. You can do it in your oven. You can preheat the oven and then turn it off. You can use a cardboard box with a heating pad in it. Or you can use a crock pot. So we're going to try using a crock pot, and we're going to try using the cardboard box. And this is really simple to do. All you need is some jars, some milk, some, if you want, and we're going to do it, some non-fat dry milk powder, and some yogurt. You can either get yogurt starter at some of the health food stores. I couldn't find any. I even looked in Brooklyn. The best thing they say to use otherwise is unpasteurized yogurt, and of course I bought some in New York and I brought it up. I forgot to bring it here. So we're going to use, this is just some non-fat plain yogurt as like the yogurt starter. So we're going to see what happens here. All right? First thing you have to do is you have to clean the jars. We're just going to use mason jars, like the canning jars. And they have to be clean and pretty bacteria free. So you can either run them through your dishwasher with the high heat dry setting, or you can just boil them. Friends bought me some rubber grabbers because they watched me grab the mason jars with the other ones. So you just have some jars here. You can either boil them in water, or you can, run them through the dishwasher with the high heat dry setting, and that'll clean them as well. And then you take your milk and you scald the milk. You want, you can take whole milk, or you can use low-fat milk. We're going to use whole milk because I want to be a little decadent here. But you want to bring this up to 180 degrees. And now we have to cool this down to about 100, 110 degrees. So what I did was, you could just take this, put it into a bowl, and put it in your refrigerator to cool down. I'm going to do kind of a trickier method because after this I have to go help my neighbor Charlie mow his lawn. So I've got a bowl with some ice in it, and then I've got another stainless steel bowl here. Take our hot milk. Ow, that's hot. While this is cooling down, let's read from the Country Wisdom here. It's just an amazing book. I really love it. You can cook with yogurt. You have different recipes here. It is possible to buy good yogurt, but once you've made your own, never again will you be satisfied with store-bought yogurt. And that's true. It's brilliantly simple, and it's a lot cheaper. I went to the grocery store this morning, and I was a little stunned by actually how much food prices have gone up lately. Oh, that's good.
110?
Yeah. Okay, to our milk, we're going to add, for each quart of milk, we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of the non-fat dry milk, which are, in other words, non-fat milk solids, which make it a little thicker. You don't have to do this, but I like a thick yogurt, and I follow instructions sometimes. And then we're going to add our yogurt starter, which is just plain yogurt. So it says take a rounded tablespoon per quart of milk, 1 rounded tablespoon. All right, so we have our jars here. Now it's as simple as pouring this mixture into these. You want to make sure this is stirred. You want to get the milk solids distributed. Maple syrup. Well, now comes the experiment part. We're going to put 2 of these in our cardboard box with our heating pad. Ideally, you want this to be about 110 degrees. Don't leave the heating pad in the box and go out shopping or something. You need to be around. I preheated the crock pot on high, And now I'm gonna turn it to off.
Cool.
And then I think we're gonna have to come back to the book says you come back in about 45 minutes and turn it to high again for a couple minutes and then turn it off again. So there's gonna be some experimentation here. Once these are in there, don't stir them, don't shake them around. Just treat them gently. So I brought both of these down into the basement and just have them on a counter here. The cardboard box with the heating pad in it, I had to turn the heating pad up to high, and what I did was I have my little thermometers with the little temperature probes, and I put a temperature probe into one yogurt in each of the things. So in the cardboard box, I've got the heating pad on high, and the yogurt is reading at 105 degrees. The crock pot here, we've got a temperature of 120 degrees in the yogurt, and that all I did was preheat the crock pot. I turned it on high for about 15 minutes before I put the yogurt in here. So I've been gone for a while, but the cardboard box one is at about 118. So a little high, but that's okay. And that's been on high the whole time. And then the crock pot, it kind of got kind of low, so I turned it on to keep warm, and then I walked away for a while. And it got pretty hot, so it's at 149, which is 149 is way too hot. And here's the cardboard box one. This has been about 110, 115. Oh, very, very thick. Nice. So I labeled them C for crock pot and B for cardboard box. And I was thinking, you know, the cardboard box with the heating pad isn't the most safe thing in the world, you know, fire-wise. But if you had like a big turkey pan or like a big roast pan with a lid, that would be perfect for a heating pad. And it's metal, so it's not going to catch on fire or anything, and you could cook this. All right, so now the taste test, okay? First we're going to do the crock pot. These are really quite thick. It smells like yogurt. Now they said that if you cook the temperature too high, it can get really tart. So we'll see what happens here. All right, ready?
Let's see if he makes that face we all know.
Yeah, the rhubarb face. All right, so now we're gonna check the B for box, the cardboard box one. That's much better. This is a...
Box is better?
Yeah, the low temperature is key. This is great. All right, so come to the greenhouse. I'll have the recipe, a little instructions on how to make this, okay? Send us email, send us some story ideas or recipes you have. This was great.